The Lewis diagrams of the isomers for dichloroethane are given below. And we're first asked to show that the Lewis diagrams are valid using the formal charge. So we assume that the bonded electrons are shared equally between the atoms, and hydrogen has one valence electron minus one assigned electron, gives a formal charge of 0. And if you do the same for the carbon, which has 4 valence electrons and 4 assigned electrons, and the same for the chlorine, which has 7 valence electrons and 7 assigned electrons. So the formal charge on all these atoms is 0. And you can do the same for this isomer. Now let's determine the hybridization and molecular geometry around the carbon atoms. Well, around the carbon atoms, we have 4 sigma bonds and 0 lone pairs, so the steric number is 4, and therefore both carbons are sp3 hybridized. And given that there's no lone pairs of electrons around each carbon, the geometry around both of them is tetrahedral. And that's also true with this isomer. And now let's sketch the molecular geometry of the isomers. So around the left carbon, we have the hydrogens going out of the screen, into the screen, and in the plane. And another bond to a carbon in the plane. And you have another tetrahedral arrangement around the other carbon as follows. So as you can see, around the left carbon, there's a tetrahedron. And similarly around the right carbon. And I'll leave it for you to sketch the molecular geometry of the other isomer.